What's up, everyone? Time for something different, slightly different anyway, with some Final Fantasy videos.
And as you may see,
the
your quality is not like sometimes YouTube like just randomly, or for me at least,
don't
like,
adjust your
just starts at like lower as like 240p or something. It's just like, but no, this is
a retro video,
an old Final Fantasy video.
This is from 2007. So nearly a decade ago. Like I recorded this on like the old school, like the only way you could record something back then, like a TV thing.
Yes.
And it's, so you can see the quality. It was like AV plugs, like old school plugs.
Look at me! I don't even have Red Mage hat on. It's how old.
It's our old
pre Red Mage.
So that's the cool thing. It is our characters.
Yeah.
Like it is us, but it was like a decade ago almost. Same characters and everything, but just a little different. Jeremy, well, Cloud is on Paladin.
Pre Red Mage, then like.
And I'm on Thief.
And these are kind of the origin of Kraken Club. Like this is how you'd get it. Like
once they changed it from dropping from the Lord of Onzonzo, they put it in this BCNM level cap 60 up in arms.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what it was. It was level cap. If you can remember the days of level cap things,
Oh, yeah,
basically it capped you at level 60, and there was no like armor thing.
Yeah.
There's no scale
Downscale.
armor down scale. You had to have like 60 cap gear, or else you just had nothing. So with limited space, and you're expected to.
Luckily, the like 60 cap was okay because AF kind of.
Yeah, unless your AF was crap, like like Thief, as you can see, like nothing.
And Hawk's like Thief Ranger because.
We'll see why like later on.
Because we've done this fight. Back like in the week of Final Fantasy, I think, when we like went back and
Red Mage and
we
Black Mage.
kited it and it was like nothing, or like like joking around. But this was back when I was Red Mage and Hawk, or back before back before I was Red Mage, and like Hawk was like Black Mage and stuff. So we had to do things like
the old school way, like the melee way.
But the way that this guy works is like the more like tentacles that break, like. He starts doing ink like jet or something. He starts doing an attack that gets stronger. So you have to like start kiting him at the end of the fight.
And you see, we start the initial start is just this and this, and then we have a skill chain to try to break. This is how we fight while we break the tentacles. It's time to slice and dice. Waffle blade.
I was a fan of Final Fantasy X back in these days.
So that didn't work for some reason. Like the skill chain didn't go.
I missed.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. And Waffle Blade missed.
You Waffle Blade missed.
But I think he attacks faster until like the things start breaking, and then he starts doing like the ink
Maybe
jet.
Just hit you. Oh, the other thing we haven't mentioned, we have a third guy, because like a trio, Calixtus. He was like an old school guy from Final Fantasy days.
2007 days.
Calixtus. He didn't want to be on Red Mage. He didn't like Red Mage, but
we needed a Red Mage because gravity, like kiting, and obviously if it was pro Red Mage, like I became, like he'd be able to solo. I remember knowing like Red Mage could like solo in these days because of like that turn. I think he was soloing that back in these days. The like Avatar or whatever that like Red Mage,
a Vista guy.
Yeah, he was like the legend.
Come on, Paladin. Like slow TP game.
No,
maybe
I'm not sure if that shield update was here yet or not.
Yeah, it's ready.
Like, cause this is old, but I still remember it older than this. This is like still like.
That's like well, you're like, I don't know what level you were, but you started out at like 1 sort of thing, so. You're at least 60.
Yeah, well, I think I'm in like the Knights of the Round, like Link Shell. Like I've got a red Link Shell on, so I was doing like Sky stuff.
No, I think this was during like the Deacon and stuff days, wasn't it? Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe because I had a few red like Link Shells.
So now we start running. I don't know why.
Because enough of them have broken, I guess.
Yeah, is it time to start the kite?
Start kiting. and then
changing to my range
turns
accuracy.
into, and they'll notice you don't have like a level 30 range or something, like 21
Oh
ranges.
yeah, close enough.
Like I think you had to have Ranger sub to get Slugshot,
Yeah.
or maybe Thief just.
Nah, you had to be
yeah.
Ranger sub. That's why I did it. I'd say.
So, yeah, this is obviously
See, I'm
why
full.
you're
That's why I chucked those things in.
before like gobby bags and stuff. But, and it's even worse as you needed like 60 gear and like room to carry like.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm full, because I have to carry around my normal gear, and I'm trying to carry around 60 gear as well.
And Cisco Kid, if anyone like that old and.
That's old school. Hi Cisco, if you're watching.
I'm not even in like Bringer of the Dawn and stuff. Like
I don't even know. Is this like pre like Drelo days and stuff even?
Yeah.
This is like old.
He joined like around the time that I did, so
he's probably the only guy like left. I think Kelly went to like 14. I remember him quitting, and then like he started playing 14, so he might still be playing 14.
So like I said, I've got the red link shell, so it's like either I'm the leader of like the Sky link shell, or I'm still like in the
it's
one.
way before then.
You think?
Yeah, way before then. Oh, having said that, our message on the Knights of the Round was like 2007, eh?
It was around that time.
Like, our link shell message is still that old as, because we haven't changed.
That's what I mean. Like, this is old, but it's definitely not. There's older than
this. You can see I've got like treasures, like gear. Those pants are from shit, like Xbox. Anyway, so this is what happens. We just run around. I poke it with like arrows and Slugshot and stuff.
This was how we did it. This is like once again, like pre-kiting, like just nuking as red mage and like black mage. We needed a third person. 7 minute into fight.
It's funny how you look at it though, and it's like we used to do things like paladin and thief, and that's how we would become, like, when you were red mage, you would just tank on red mage, because at some point you're like, man, red mage is a way better tank than the actual tanks. So, like, you could do way more stuff. So it would be like thief tank,
because they're so good at shadow like tank. Shadow tanking used to be like amazing.
But this is like the how we did like thief tanking as well, and you like support, and then you just became the tank.
Back when red mage was like broken, could cast like blind, dispel and stuff for hate. They had hate game spells.
Typing. It was hilarious because like this thing that's me saying all the tentacles are broken, but in the recording thing, the input was so laggy, so you'd type and it would be like 6 minutes later the text would come up.
Back before Hawk could even type. That's how old it is. Like, though I think there's been some funny like typing in the like newer videos as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad at typing even nowadays. So. Because he actually would get really dangerous at these points. They like do lots of damage. You probably think, why do you do all this stuff?
He gets strong, like the ink like move gets stronger, and you run out of range of it, and then that makes it like makes him sit there for a little bit. But yeah, that's why we do, because you get so strong that you gotta kite him. You don't want to get hit by that.
Like, this was a battle. Like, this is like, this isn't just, yawn.
This is,
we have to be onto it, like, the whole time, mate. It's funny to look at, like...
Well, earlier I was, like, 7 minutes into the fight and stuff. Like, there's a time limit as well, and maybe it's a 15-minute time limit in this fight. Not, like, 30 minutes and
30
stuff.
is, like, too long. But you look at, like, MP management and stuff, and, like... this would be like, I need a rest to get some MP, and like...
And gravity starts wearing off faster and faster, and then it will eventually, like, just not land, so it's like, once that happens, it's over, like...
Old school bolts and stuff. But it really does feel like, like this is a fight, not just like, yawn, and you're not even paying attention, and you can chat and stuff, and... This is like concentrated.
Well, the newer one was like it became like not even capped anymore, so you could just go on it like 99. I think we did.
it got easier when you could just wear whatever gear and it scaled down.
But then it's
bit.
like even more. They just removed like the cap.
Yeah,
on
I'm not even sure
it?
it's capped anymore.
It's just, I'm pretty sure when we did it, we were just like 99.
Was it? No, it might have still been capped, but because we could wear the gear, it was okay.
I remember it's being a joke, but it was still like.
I think it's still capped.
Yeah, maybe.
It's just easier because you don't need to have a whole different set of gear. But they also added tons of new things that you've got that you didn't have at 60. You know, they add something, but it's like level 50 or something, so we got it.
And this is pretty risky running in at the end.
You can see it dying, but it's like this shit.
Oh, it does the whirlwind thing as well. That does heaps of damage. It just starts spamming TP moves.
Yeah.
And this is.
Do we get Kraken Club? Like instantly. He wants to hit it because that's like, you know, if you were out of time and you didn't get the chest, like, you know, you could actually lose that. Do we get Kraken Club?
Nope.
So the whole point of doing that was for Kraken Club, but it was probably like something percent chance of actually getting it. But.
And that was the old timey Kraken Club, BCNM, up in arms.
A little Final Fantasy flashback. For the D Club.
Hooray.
Hooray. Good job, 2007, Cloud and Hawkwing.